Hi, everyone. Welcome to Quiet Essentials. I wanted to take a few minutes to break down the science behind color noise and how different sound frequencies can affect our focus, our sleep, and anxiety, and the nervous system. When I created this channel, I wanted to share the sounds I personally use the most and the ones I use while studying and dealing with insomnia and for helping my kids and husband fall asleep, especially when we're away from home when anxieties can be high. So, as someone who's gone through the periods of stress and burnout and those sleepless nights, I knew these sounds really helped. I just didn't fully understand why. So, I started researching the neuroscience behind sound masking and auditory stimulation and how the brain responds to those predictable frequencies. And it completely changed how I think about relaxation and focus. So, I figured it might help you guys too, and it might help listeners decide what noise to choose for their goal. So, first, what is color noise? Color noise refers to different sound profiles and how the energy is distributed across those audio frequencies. So each color has a different tonal balance, a different texture, and a psychological effect on the brain and nervous system. Some noises feel sharp and airy, others can feel deep and soft or immersive. And the difference matters. So, because the brain is constantly in alert mode, scanning our environment for change, sudden sounds like traffic and police sirens, barking dogs, and doors slamming and phones buzzing, it triggers alertness and pulls the brain out of that relaxation and concentration. So, color noise works by creating a stable auditory environment that helps mask those unpredictable sounds. So, this process is called sound masking, and the results can be great. I mean, it allows for easier concentration, reduced overstimulation, a smoother transition into sleep, improves relaxation overall, and a better mental endurance for long periods of focus. Now, different color noises affect people differently. So there's no universal best option. Your nervous system, your stress level, and sensitivity to sound, and even conditions like ADHD or anxiety can influence what works best for you. So let's break them down. So, white noise. This is the most familiar. I refer to this as the static blanket. It contains equal energy across all audible frequencies. So, this creates a classic TV static sound. It's bright, it's consistent, and very effective at masking sudden environmental noise. So, examples of this would be like air vents, fans, maybe radio static, airplane cabin noise. And a lot of people use white noise for sleep masking, noisy apartments, office concentration, maybe for newborns when they're sleeping, and tinnitus masking. So, for newborns, it really helps baby sleep because the womb itself is actually a fairly loud environment filled with like constant low frequency internal sounds. So, it replicates that beautifully. So, the brain effect of white noise is pretty simple. It just creates a consistent auditory wall, so to speak, that reduces the brain's reaction to interruptions. Now, the downside is that some people find it mentally fatiguing over long periods of time because it's a higher frequency. It can feel really like sharp and overstimulating. Personally, I think white noise is too sharp and too bright, and I tend to use it more for short, very short, maybe 1 to 2 hour focus sessions than rather like a deep overnight sleep. So I don't know. You can, definitely try it out, but there are some better options. So pink noise is next. I refer to this as the balanced rainfall color noise. Now, it's softer and more balanced than white noise. And unlike white noise, it has like a higher frequency, but it's slightly reduced. It gives it a warmer and more natural sound. This is what many natural environments resemble. So think rainfall, ocean waves, wind through the trees. So pink noise is one of the most researched sound profiles for sleep. Some studies actually suggest it may support deep, slow wave sleep and memory consolidation by helping stabilize brainwave activity during rest. So a lot of people describe it as calming, gentle, emotionally comforting, like a warm hug, and easier to listen to for long periods is actually one of my favorite. So if you're looking for an 8 to 10 hour sleep sound, pink noise is usually one of the safe starting points. Next, brown noise. Brown noise, sometimes called Brownian noise, it refers to almost like a deep cocoon. It emphasizes low frequencies much more heavily. It sounds deeper, fuller, more immersive. Think distant thunder, heavy rainfall, deep rumbling ambiance. Brown noise has become especially popular in the ADHD communities because many people report that it helps reduce mental chatter and improve sustained focus. The lower frequencies can feel grounding to the nervous system, and it creates what some people describe as like a tunnel focus effect. So that's why if you have ADHD and you need focus, if you have issues with overthinking, anxiety, if you need help studying, really deep concentration, and if you want that deep sleep, brown noise is definitely one of my personal favorites. It's also the one my husband and kids respond to the best for sleep. So, definitely a great option. Gray noise is next. This I call the psychoacoustic neutralizer. It's one of the most interesting scientifically. It's engineered so frequencies are adjusted to match our human hearing sensitivity. So, unlike white noise, which treats all frequencies equally, gray noise compensates for the fact that our ears are more sensitive to certain frequencies than others. So, the result is a smoother, less fatiguing listening experience. So, gray noise is often used for those with sound sensitivities, long study sessions, sensory regulation, tinnitus relief, really calm focus. People describe this as like a flatter, softer, emotionally neutral, and less abrasive, especially than white noise. It's becoming increasingly popular among neurodivergent listeners and people who are sensitive to overstimulation. Next is green noise. And as one could guess, it's nature's frequency. So, green noise is often described as very nature centered because it emphasizes the mid range frequencies commonly found in nature in natural environments like forest, streams, rainfall. Think of that quiet, like gentle flowing water, soft outdoor ambiance. People use green noise for relaxation, reading, meditation, stress recovery, and calm productivity. I actually, run this throughout my workday just in the background. It really just helps to soft focus. So psychologically, nature-based sound profiles really do trigger feelings of safety and restoration because the human nervous system evolved in natural environments for thousands of years. So it's something innate in us that just is really calming effect. So that's part of why green noise often feels emotionally restorative and less artificial than the static based noises. Most people find it mentally breathable. Next, blue noise. Now, blue noise, it emphasizes high, like those higher frequency, and it sounds very sharp and it's bright and it's just more stimulating. It sometimes is used in audio testing, creative work, short bursts of concentration, or situations where alertness is needed. It's not ideal for sleep. Please never use blue noise for sleep. It actually increases mental stimulation and it may feel overly intense and tiring for some listeners. I don't offer this on this channel yet. I will probably do so in the upcoming months. But if your goal is really deep sleep, avoid this one. Next, purple noise. Purple noise pushes even more energy into the high frequency range. It's very sharp, very airy. It's mostly used in specialized audio or tinnitus related applications other than relaxation. So, for most people, purple noise is just far too stimulating. You should not use it for sleep or meditation or long study sessions. Is definitely more of those niche sound profiles and not one for relaxation. Next is red noise. Red noise is closely related to brown noise, but it feels a little deeper and slower. It emphasizes ultra low frequencies and it creates a very heavy, grounding atmosphere. People sometimes use this for meditation, nervous system calming, extreme deep relaxation. Personally, I still prefer brown noise overall, but red noise definitely has its place. Lastly, black noise. Black noise is essentially near silence. It's extremely minimal sound with very low frequency ambiance. Some people who are sensitive to continuous sound actually prefer this because its stronger noise profiles become distracting over time. So this is just like that low grade, almost like electrical hum. It works well for silent, sensitive sleepers, for meditation and minimal sensory environments. So I don't offer this just because it's almost like a gentle, if you plug in something to electrical outlet that just that low grade hum, it definitely it's great for those that it's just distracting to have the other color profiles. So if you're still here with me, thank you so much. And you're probably wondering, okay, so which color noise is best for me? So the truth is, again, there's no universal answer. Different nervous systems respond differently. A highly anxious brain may prefer deep brown noise. A mentally fatigued brain may respond better to soft pink noise. And someone just overly stimulated may need stronger masking like gray or white noise. So, as a general guide, this is what I tell people. So, if you want that really deep restorative sleep, think pink, brown, or red noise. So, if you have ADHD and you just really need help focusing, think brown or gray noise. If you're studying, gray, pink, or green noise. If you suffer from anxiety, depression, and you need relief, brown, green, or pink noise. For blocking out sounds, white or gray noise is best. For meditation, green or brown noise. And if you have tinnitus and you need to mask that buzzing in your ear, gray or white noise. And honestly, the best thing you can do is experiment. Turn the lights down, try different frequencies, pay attention to how your body reacts to it because color noise, it isn't magic, it's neuroscience. It's sensory regulation and environmental psychology. It's all working together. So, in a world filled with constant notifications and stress and stimulation and noise, sometimes just giving your brain a predictable sound environment can make just a big difference in how people process. So, hopefully, this helped you better understand what these sounds actually are, and maybe it helped you find the one that works best for you. And if it did, welcome to Quiet Essentials. Please like and subscribe. And I do hope to provide more sleep facts and more videos. My goal is always 8 to 10 hours so that you can focus throughout your workday and sleep.